Nature versus nurture. Nature refers to our genetics and everything that we are born with. Nurture refers to our environment, family, friends, culture, media, internet, schooling, surroundings, community, etc., and all the experiences that we have after we are born. Some believe that nature is the sole deciding factor of a person's characteristics. Their physical appearance, personality, interests, desires, intelligence, and behavior are all innate and there is nothing that can change them. Some believe that nurture is the sole deciding factor of a person's characteristics, that everyone starts off as a blank slate and their environment and experiences completely shape who they are. I believe that everyone is a product of both. I would like to think most people believe that way as well. Typically, people are not on one extreme or another when it comes to their ideology. They usually are somewhere in the middle. There are a few issues here. One is that the nature-only people and the nurture-only people will always disagree because those are mutually exclusive opinions. Another being that the people that believe everyone is a product of both can't completely agree on which characteristics are a product of nature and which are a product of nurture. Or there's a disagreement of which is more influential, nature or nurture. Can one override the other? Some may think that it doesn't matter if people are not in complete agreement on this matter, which I would beg to differ. Many decisions, opinions, and laws are made based on if people can change certain things about themselves or not, or if certain groups of people have natural advantages over other groups. For example, the separation of men's and women's sports. My opinion on this is that nature has an extremely strong or stronger influence on some characteristics and that nurture has a stronger influence on other characteristics. I prefer this line of thinking because it increases accountability in individuals and it allows the possibility for people to change for the better. Granted, people can still blame their environment for how they turned out or they could change for the worse, but I like the idea of being able to have the choice of who you are. You can't go back in time and choose the genetics you're born with. You can, however, choose your environment and experiences. When you're a child, you don't really get to pick things like your family, neighborhood, and school, but you can pick things like the TV shows you watch, the books you read, and the friends you associate with. Now, as far as which human characteristics are more influenced by nature or nurture, I cannot really say for sure. If I was to give my opinion, it would go something like this. Besides physical characteristics such as height, what body parts a person has, skin, eye, and hair color, I would say someone's personality, base intelligence, desires, and thoughts are more influenced by nature. I classify these characteristics as what makes us who we are. On the other hand, our behavior, the way in which we talk, act, or conduct ourselves, especially toward others, is more influenced by nurture. I'd classify this as what we do. This is mainly how other people are going to judge who we are. Maybe in a perfect world, our behavior, or what we do, would only be an expression of our nature, or who we are. But in reality, social influence or nurture affects this. Social influences comprise the ways in which individuals change their behavior to meet the demands of a social environment. There are three primary ways in which this happens. They are conformity, compliance, and obedience. Conformity occurs when individuals alter their behaviors to gain the acceptance of a group, to impress someone else, or to gain a sense of belonging. An example would be someone getting a certain type of phone because all of their friends have one already. Compliance refers to any situation in which individuals change their behavior because they're requested to do so. An example would be someone taking their shoes off at the request of the homeowner. Obedience happens when individuals change their behavior because they are ordered to. This is similar to compliance, but with obedience, the one making the order has a position of authority. An example would be a parent telling their child that they need to go to bed at a certain time. There are also the people that purposely change their behavior so it is the exact opposite of what everyone else is doing or the opposite of what someone is ordering them to do. An example would be a teacher telling the students to stay quiet in class, but some kids purposely making noise just because it's the opposite of what they were told to do. Each society has certain norms, morals, and ethics that each individual is expected to abide by. If a person behaves contrary to what is expected of them, there are potential consequences. They can be shamed, incarcerated, or even killed. If who we are matches well with the society we live in, like being sincere, considerate, and open-minded, then we can fully express ourselves through our behavior, or what we do. If who we are does not match well with the society we live in, like being lazy, prejudiced, or deceitful, we may have to change how we behave to not suffer any consequences. There are many that believe that they shouldn't have to express themselves or behave in any other way than what's in their nature or who they are. These are the social nonconformists that try to change society so they don't have to change themselves. They typically get a lot of backlash and experience other consequences in their pursuit of a more accepting society. As always, I'm not trying to tell anyone what to believe or how they should think. Feel free to agree or disagree with the things that I've said. I would love to hear everyone's thoughts on this topic. And some thought-provoking questions to leave you with are, is nature or nurture the stronger influence in a person's life? Is it better to behave as society deems acceptable, even if it means hiding who you truly are? Are there ever times we should challenge societal norms? Should others in society try to force others to behave in certain ways? Why are certain behaviors treated as unacceptable in the first place, and who should be in charge of deciding this? Well, thanks for tuning in to Mo's Forum. Feel free to like or dislike the video, subscribe, share, and comment. And let's continue to grow and improve and get wiser every day. And until next time, take care.